Good afternoon, Tom Ginn. Elevate your profits. Hey, I wanted to get on since last night when Mark and I announced our Thursday. We're doing a Thursday 6:30 quick um, seminar, and it's really sort of a launch of what Mark and I are doing. What we want to do is bring attention to how to increase your income in life. What are your plans? How are you doing that? We have this last year and a half, we've experienced, and every one of us experienced how COVID's impacted us one way or the other. On the financial side, we may have lost our jobs, our businesses, reduced income, all those things we've been affected. And at my background of 20 some years in the financial services arena, I recognize there's some big problems and they haven't been rectified. Less than 10% of the American people are going to be able to retire on time with the adequate income they seek. And 62% of American people can't come up with $1,000 in cash for an emergency. And there's a lot of factors around that. Me being a personal development coach is that we always think we have more time than we really do. And when it comes to money, you can't procrastinate. You can't put that off because the compounding effect of money and how it works. But what I'll be doing is running on this seminar. We're going to cover a concept. There's about 3% of the American people have a net worth of over $1 million. Now, $1 million at one point in time was a lot of money. Today, it's not. But if you can't even get to that threshold, what is your retirement going to look like? And there's many different strategies to get there. To have $1 million worth of assets or $1 million in investments that are generating income. And I'm going to be talking about creating an asset over a 2 to 3 year period that generates income as if you had $1 million in an investment generating 4 to 6% income. How to do that? Residual income. And the reason I'm doing this, because me being a financial coach, in 1983, the numbers haven't gotten better. People's financial troubles, more debt than ever before. We have lots of different things going on that's keeping people stuck financially. But winning with money is really a simple process when you really understand some real basic principles. I love what Warren Buffett talks about. And it's very simple. To win financially. Get out of debt, stay out of debt, live below your means, and save some money. Now, that plan usually takes 40 years. And that's where people's life gets in the way. Or we think we got plenty of time. My intention is to start saving and put money away. And then things happen. COVID, for example. So what I want to do, and Mark and I, is we're going to want to share some concepts that I've applied in my life, and not doing this to impress you, but impress upon you that winning with money is just a process in a relationship to it. And you need to ask yourself the questions. What does your financial future look like? Is it secure? Are you worried? If you are, you need to be on Thursday for 30 minutes. We're just going to introduce you to a concept that I learned a long time ago: residual income, how to build businesses that create residual income. And I'm going to share 3 very distinct ideas. Because if you ever read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, what you'll find out is they don't rely on one source of income. The average millionaire in this country has 5 sources of revenue streams. Now, it could be within the same business, parallel industries, verticals, but they have more than one source. They're not trading time for dollars. They're leveraging a business that's generating cash. And what I'll be sharing with you is 3 very simple products and services that everybody needs, is seeking. And then when you share it with them and they subscribe to it and fill a need and a benefit better than anything else out there, you will get paid monthly off of just introducing that to somebody that has that need. And so we'll cover that in greater detail. So I just wanted to come on here for a few minutes. The announcement is Wednesday, the 20th. This is sort of coming off the fly here. Seminar, 6:30. We're going to be talking about the concept of building an asset that generates income as if you had $1 million sitting in an investment account or a savings account. We hear it all the time with real estate, residual income, rental income, go into financial services, get a client base and you get residual income. There's a lot of businesses out there that generate residual income, but this is something that anybody can do no matter what they're doing without a distraction, just by sharing something from time to time. Within a 2-year period, I'm going to share with you what that looks like, how it's generating $2,000 to $4,000 a month, just sharing it with 2 people a month. And that's residual. So if you're interested, as we go through this, it's just an introduction. And if you feel that this is something you want to look at in more detail, then we'll schedule a time, because my goal in the next year is help 100 people have their $1 million asset in place, 100. And that allows me to give the attention necessary to help you get to that point. But I'm only going to work with a handful of people. So jump on Thursday to get the details. If this intrigues you after that, we'll book a discovery session and share with you what the next step would be. So are you struggling financially? Are you worried about the future? And the reason I did that is I picked up the newspaper the other day, and in this short period of time, inflation is at the highest rate of increase in nearly 15 years. What are you doing to solve the problem of inflation? If inflation goes up 6, 9, 12%, and you get a 3 to 4% pay raise, you're losing. How do you recover from that? If you don't have a plan, you will never recover. So what I'm going to share with you is how to create that residual income to increase your income. So no matter what happens with cost of goods and services and gasoline and all the craziness that's going on out there, inflation is a killer financially. Taxes are going to be going up. What are you doing about taxes? Do you have a business? Are you leveraging the tax codes to give you the best possible benefit of paying your fair share, but keeping your taxes low? If you looked at the IRS codes, there are thousands of pages, and there's only 5% of those tax code really just talks about tax law, what the taxes are. 95% of the tax code is how do you use the tax codes to your benefit, how to work them so that you get the best advantage. Well, I tell you what, doing what I'm doing, you get the same leverages of any corporation in many sense of the word, of reducing your taxes. And that's another way to win this financial game. That's residual income, freeing up money that you don't have to pay to somebody else to come back into your strategies. Taking control. Taxes, inflation, uncertainty. Our economy is going to be shook up. COVID demonstrated that in 12 months, the last 12, 15 months. What is normal a year ago is no longer going to be normal in the future. And if you're banking on going back to normal, you've got to have a different awareness because it's not going to change. It's going to change and morph. What are you doing? Is your retirement on track? How would you like to retire early? What I'm talking about in the next 3 to 5 years, that you created this asset that's generating enough income that allow you to live the lifestyle you want, come and go when you want, retire. I don't believe in the word retirement. I've created a life I don't want to retire from, but have choices and freedom. I think that's what the key element here. Money only gives you freedom. If you don't have money, you don't have freedoms. You can't optimize opportunities. You can't optimize liberty, your freedoms to come and go when you want. So I'm really getting off into some weeds there, but join us Thursday. Tag and share this out, because when we get 100 people, I'm shutting it off until we get that 100 people up and they're moving forward to that ultimate goal of creating that asset. And it may be 2 to 3 months, it may be 90 days, maybe a year. So I'm going to be working with 100 people to build that asset with the programs that I use in my businesses, and share those concepts with you. Be free to email me. Schedule a consultation if you want to know more before Thursday. It starts at 6:30. It's going to be 30 minutes, just some concepts. And if those concepts intrigue you, then we will then schedule a discovery session and take it one step at a time. This is a big deal. It's not hype, it's reality. And I want to help you win financially. If I can do it, you can do it. That's my philosophy. So here underneath, it's a bit.ly link is the registration link to Thursday at 6:30. bit.ly/create million asset. That'll get you the registration. So got a couple people on here, see if they got some questions. Hey, Robert, I see you already registered. Thanks. Look forward to having you on. Yeah, you're Canadian. We all have taxes, right? So that's what I just want to jump on to make everybody aware. This is one that you're going to feel in the next 9 to 12 months in a very significant way. Some of the things that I hear from the financial experts out there, we might be back in at this rate of 0.8% price increases. That's double-digit inflation. I've lived through it. It is not pleasant. It is not fun. But if I would have known these strategies, I would have got through it winning financially versus going backwards financially. If you're not prepared, if you don't have strategies in place and execute those strategies as the top 3%ers are doing, and it's nothing magical, it's not hype, but when you understand it, it's a very simple thing that you can incorporate in your life, implement those strategies, and in 2 years, I'll guarantee you'll have an asset that's generating income if it was $1 million sitting in the bank account. Seriously. So join us Thursday, 6:30. Registration link below. Thanks, Robert, for your comments. Share it out. Share it out. So elevate your profit. This is going to be part of what Mark Gasser and I are going to be doing, is sharing with people different ways to improve your assets. We're going to start with thinking a little bit. We're going to talk about belief systems, but we're also going to talk about very specific ways to do it in a very easy way with products and services that everybody needs and aren't going to cancel. I'll just plant that seed. Have a good one. Turn on your notifications. See you Thursday, 6:30. Register. Great comment, Robert. So here we're going to be signing out. Have a great day, everybody. See you Thursday.